We got ourselves a Black over for the team one. With there, we got Leo. Lone? Is it Lone? Is it Lone Lines or Loneliness? I actually can tell. Lone Lines. Loneliness. I can't even. Now I'm double checking myself, dude. Young as well as Plush versus Adamy on that team. We got Krav, Pencila, Ramara, God X, as well as Tava. My man, dude. I like the classic bog. The classic look. Actually, is that chest piece part of the? I guess it's part of the set, right? It has to be. For some reason, I'm looking at it now. I'm like, the color scheme, like the blue hat and the blue robe, don't quite match. But maybe it's something else. Maybe it just looks similar, but not quite the same. Leo first up versus Crab. DK versus Warrior. And this matchup is usually one. I actually think this one is maybe a little closer. I like to change up with the set a little bit. But this one normally is... That's a tough one because the DK can't really heal. Warriors can sort of kind of heal, being Fury. Definitely prefers the constantaneous game. Wait, hold on, he's a mounted Thane. They're looking above those guys, by the way. Big Leap sees the breath out of Leo with a quick stunner. Does wait, gets stunned for a second. Disarm onto Leo. Trying to see if he can dampen some of the DK's damage as he's trying to stomp through the man, but looks like the Reaper side comes out. Crab with a big defensive. Trying to see if he can counter a lot of pressure from Leo. Does get hit with a blind. Question is, does he have another way to reconnect? Because he got himself the mounted Thane energy. You almost never see mounted Thane, but he's definitely got some damage behind it. Every time he goes stomping about, it is quite a bit of damage though. Honestly, it is quite a bit of damage. I think most of the times people just play the Slayer just because the charge allows you to break out of roots and slows. It's really, really nice, but also the Blaze Storm damage is really solid. But technically, the damage behind the mounted Thane is really good. Resource-wise, it's not amazing, but the damage is really, really nice. Every time you stomp, it is a significant bit of increase. And you should be using it regularly. Got himself a Blaze, so trying to see if he can deny the stun out of Leo with a disarm to follow. Crab just trying to see not to get shattered here. He might still get stunned up. Stun and a disarm down. Leo got himself big procs. Massive Scythe is out. Crab with a quick reflect. Got himself a bit of damage. Looks like he might be able to pick up a bunch of pressure. He sees a couple more stompers and he might be able to put some output into Leo. Got himself those big lightning strikes. Charge around the corner. Just sees a little bit of damage. Stun right after. Doesn't have an answer. Death Pact is available. Using it. Crab does he have a defensive here? Is going to be a stun off of the blind, and I think Leo just secured himself a guaranteed win. Crab is still alive. How are you living? What was that? He was stun locked and getting bow. My God, Crab, what happened there? Dude was actually just locked down and himself was not budging. What was that? Freezing trap around the corner. Blagoy trying to see if he can get himself a setup. Crab backing up out of there, just looking for a bit of CC. Doesn't having a way to break out a freezing trap. Taking a bit of that damage. Big charge out of Blagoy. You gotta find a way to stop him. It's gonna be a quick stun onto Crab. Does himself double charges with a disarm to Blago. Disarm a Hunter. Very, very difficult. Not like you're gonna be able to get much out of him when you disarm him. Try to keep himself alive a little bit here. Gotta heal last second. Defensive stance to keep himself alive. Bloodthirst off of the pen. That's exactly what you should be doing. Bloodthirst off of it to catch up as much as you can. And also quite a bit of damage to Blagoy too. Look at this man's health. He's having to pop Exil here with a big wall. Crab needs something to live here. Reflect is up in case there's a freezing trap waiting for him, but it's on the other side. Picking up a bit of more damage. He needs a couple of stompies. Big wall out for Blagoy. Defensive stance for Crab. Just to keep himself alive. Blagoy backing up out of there. Keeping Crab and a root. Trying to see if he can get around the corner. Next kill shot. Execute kill shots are going to be brutal. Need something for this right now. Stun to trade with a scatter. Maybe can disarm. Trying to see if he can keep himself alive. Yet another charge trap. Grenades from a distance. Got himself a bit of reflect. Disarm for a moment. Kraft does see a turtle shell out of Blagoy. Knows he's going to get stunned up. Medic better just while he's stunned. But he's actually okay with it. He's picking up a little bit of health from a pet. Stunned by Blagoy. Is it enough though? Crab with full burst. This is where Blagoy, if he's not careful, might be in a lot of trouble. Silence under Crab for just a second. Trying to see if he keeps himself alive. Kill shots, freezing trap around the corner. That's not ideal. Keeping himself barely alive here with that rally cry. Scattered for a second. Does he have a stun? He needs a stun right now. Freezing trap isn't enough though. Manding manage. I think he still takes it. He just needs one more good hit and it's over. Fear onto that bed. Trying to see if he can back up out of it. He knows when to play defensive. Big harpoon stun. Oh my God, Crab. The mountain Thane is back, baby. Oh my, how are you alive? Reflect onto loneliness. This man is just driving me up a wall right now. This guy's an absolute monster. That should just tell you. Usually we have a lot of warriors here with Team Cracker joining these duels, and I've been at a pretty big deficit of warriors, boys. I've been having that warrior gameplay withdrawal. And Krav is absolutely satisfying every inch of that withdrawal right now. My goodness. He's got himself a big defensive stun into loneliness. I don't know if he can reflect another sum. Might be able to. Full damage is available. Reflect is up. I don't know if he has anything for the shatter. He has a shatter. He has a shatter into a trinket to break out of the stun. He's got full offenses and defenses into a disarm into loneliness. He's got himself a dot as well as a hand of freedom to keep away from the guy. Krav with a quick defensive stance. He's going to catch up to loneliness. I don't know if you can maybe get a quick interrupt on the guy somehow, some way. Maybe, possibly. Maybe just stay ahead of him. I don't know if you can pick up more damage. Bladestorm, Reflect is up. Loneliness has to go for a bubble. Layered hands is set. Oh, he's got a lot out of this paladin. I don't know if he could keep on going, though. It is a tough one. Loneliness just needs one good hit. And Krav, there's just nothing he can do into a quick, I don't know why you go to Berserker stance there. That is so rough. Needs some kind of defensive right now. Defensive stance needs a heal or Reflect. Oh, it is just cut down. It is over. Wish I had 10 defenses. Don't you? Yeah. Pallies with defenses is just kind of wild, man. It is pretty wild. Rumara crashing down a big hammer onto Loneliness, taking out his homie with Plush as well as Young Jay over in the backseat. It looks like it's going to be Young Jay, the Frost Mage sent out versus Rumara, playing out a bursty, big shatter build, and hopefully he'll be able to get some big damage out of it here as well. Young got himself shields back to back. Quick breath onto Rumara. Ring of Frost to follow. Does get a freeze as the blind comes out. Hold on. Young with a full setup. Hold on. Rumara could be in a lot of trouble. Ray of Frost. Everything is up. Is this going to be enough? Massive burst. Holy. Got himself a spell warded. He got so low there. I don't blame anybody for spell warding that one. That was crazy. Full stun, full go. Young did not have an ultra time available. Was going to have to take a lot of the damage to the face. In this here for just a second for that momentary DR. Full setup yet again. Rumara may just be looking at a bubble here, actually. May just be looking at a bubble. Get it caught out. Oh, Frostfire Bolt does not feel good. Bubbles it. Young may just have to go for a block here. No, he lives it. He can use it until later. He does need to find a way. Yeah, he's trying to stay on top of Rumara and not let him catch up any kind of healing. You got to get a full freeze. He's got a random proc of a water rally. I don't know if he combos that with anything. Rumara is catching up full first aid. He's sitting down for food. I don't know if that's a trade you want, but maybe at 35% dampening is not the worst. Young still have double blocks, so maybe he'll be okay with that alone. And if he can get himself another setup versus Rumara, like a breath combo, he might be all right. Hand of Freedom for Rumara really early. Trying to see if he can keep moving while Polly is active. Trying to see if he can land it. Breath does not connect for Rumara. That's huge. He might be able just to sprint right in and get some damage out onto Young, who's got himself shifting power. I think for Rumara, this might be his opportunity to run in there. Out of 5, I get the warrior. Yeah, it's a tough one, man. It is a tough one. That guy is a pumper. He is actually insane. The fact that he also got to reflect the Pally insta for his global was just, what a predict, what a play. Searing Glare, Young will not be able to do much here to recover. He does get himself an ultra with a blink available just to keep himself plenty healthy, plenty alive. Rumara knows he's going to reposition, but a Breath's probably going to meet him to the face, right? Ring of Fire? Oh no, Ring of Frost. Breath, Polly, he can still get a proper setup. He can still freeze you. Hold on, does he do it? Big Hammer, Young may be in trouble. Ice block. Yeah, Rumara saw that was an opportunity for Young to get a proper go here. He decided, I'm just not going to let it happen. I'm going to pressure him right now. I'm not going to give him a second to recover whatsoever. Young does get himself shields into a quick freeze onto Rumara. Tried for another Poly. Does he get himself a proper go here? Frostbomb, potentially. Another Poly. Frostfire Bolt with the Nova, with the freezes, with the shatters. Rumara may be in trouble. Wall keeping a barely alive. Let's go for the Dark and Racial. As it's the shifting power out of Young. Young does have a second block. He does need to cold snap though for it in order to make sure he always has it. He has a trinket, so maybe that's what he's banking on. Breath, you have a go here. Ring of Frost, and it's super DR'd. Very DR'd. He's still trying to freeze him. Does Rumara have hand? He doesn't have freedom. Oh, it's over. Oh, it's over. Oh, it's over. Oh, it is over. That full shatter freeze combo was up. Nick, how you doing, my man? Did you just watch it or just miss a breath out of top of bite ultra for Young or a reverse blink? Either one. Trying to see maybe if you can get an interrupt onto Tom with a panda racial. Oh, full lockdown onto Young. He does have a block though. Might just have to block it. Try not to. He does block it. Tama got himself shooting power while also got himself the full on whatchamacallit. Ice form and everything. So he's got himself a stun resistance or immunity, in fact. Tama does get interrupted for a second, but I think he definitely has the advantage over Young. He has double block and everything. Young does not have those things, but he can still get setups onto Tama. He just needs to get a breath proper stun. because Tama cannot break out of those stuns easily. Does go for a trinket. Poly right after. This is an opportunity for Young to have a go. Young, I think it's an opportunity. You can have stun the guy. You can stun him right now. He hasn't gone for it though. With a full burst out for Young. Tama back it up out of there for a second shooting power for a moment for Young. I really think he needs to go for more stuns. Like anytime he gets it. I think you have to play risky. I think you have to. Eventually Tama is going to bleed you out of cooldowns. Does get a freeze and a super yard from those polys earlier. Yeah, I think Young will have to go for aggressive stuns. I think he just has to. Breath stun, get something out of Tama as soon as he trinkets, pop a defensive and back the hell out of there. But he may just not have a defensive to escape him. And only got blink compared to Tama's two shimmers, where Young is actually kind of outmatched in mobility. Does get him so reverse, perfectly predicted Tama. Tama with a full immunity to stuns. Does get a kick on Arcane, trying to go for interrupt. Young, I think it's a go. I think you have to have a go. Does he have a go? Repoly, I think you have to have a proper go. Trying to go for a quick shadow, but he doesn't want to get a stun onto Tama. Tama does not have a normal blink though. I don't think Young realizes that Tama does not have a proper blink. He has to block the next big go by Young. So if you go for full freeze, full Nova, full Ray of Frost and everything, he's actually going to have to use the big defenses. Ice Form keeps him immune from stuns, that's about it. But Shimmers doesn't have one out. Shooting power does get breathed on. I think Tama does secure a kill here. I think so, yeah. I just can't imagine. Meteor, everything is down. Literally all of it. Yeah. And Plus is already out here stalking Tama. But that Meteor is keeping him behind. Charges him with a Shadow Strike. Panda Racial Insta with a Trinket. Ice Block for Tama. Does not want to let Plus build up the damage. It's full Shadow Blades and everything. Special 61% dampening. Oh, reverses it right from the Rogue. Can't even get himself a proper go. Does go for Secret Technique. Does he have himself a big setup? I think so. He's trying to melt. Does get flurried for a second. Or something. Shifted power. Might still get him out. Oh, trying to be very, very careful with that pulsating attack. Big, oh, huge use out of that arcade explosion. Breath onto Plush. Does have himself a setup. Plush does not have a trinket. He does vanish. He vanishes it. That could have been really bad. Still got Meteored though. With Shatter Combo, massive burst. Tama got himself a big setup. Ice Form is out. Images are available. Plush can't really respond. He does have a cloak. Has to burn it defensively, but he can't really get himself in a better position to counter-attack Tama. As long as the man is keeping himself behind the pillar, he got a block, he's got altar. Tama is actually in a position to potentially win this. I think he might be able to. Blush could still turn it around with a big crit, and if Tama isn't careful, that could really, really turn it around. A quick step kick would also be huge here. Does still go for shatters, trying not to cast into the rogue. Cheat death, and I think it might just be over. Tama has it with a flurry at the end. Yeah. My god. Crab, you were a monster, by the way. What is that healing? Oh my. Between you and Tama, that was a hell of a duel. Love it. Let's get us another one going here, boys, yeah? No mas. Let me know when your groups are ready if you need more bodies, boys.